one of the monks in a monastery whose name was John, was praying in the chapel. Suddenly he saw a very bright shining light. There before him was a most beautiful scenery he had ever seen, too difficult to describe with words. John was shocked to see the vision, but was filled with joy. John was enjoying that scenery till the bell of the monastery rang. The bell was the sign that the poor had come to the monastery and one of the monks had to give them food. John remembered that it was his turn to distribute the food to the poor that day. John was unwilling to go because he didn't want the scenery disappear when he went away, but he didn't want to disappoint the poor and let them go away hungry. So he decided to go and distribute the food to the poor who were waiting in the compound of the monastery. After he had finished his duty, John went back to the chapel and didn't expect to see the vision anymore. Surprisingly, the scenery was still there. Then he heard a voice saying, "John, if you didn't go and feed the poor, I would not be here anymore." That was the voice of God. Dear brothers and sisters, in today's gospel, when the apostles Peter, James, and John saw Jesus' face and clothing being transformed and became bright and brilliant as lightning, they saw the divine nature of Jesus. The apostles were so spiritually moved by the experience that Peter wanted to remain in it all the time. So he suggested to Jesus, "Master, it is wonderful for us to be here. So let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." My brothers and sisters, it is a delighting moment when we are able to pray peacefully and feel paradise like John the monk. Usually we can find this moment during retreat or intercessory prayer or healing mass or the like. We feel so close to Jesus. We can feel his arm around us. We can hear his voice. When we are experiencing a high point, our faith is strong and bright, like the disciples' faith into this gospel. During high point, life is beautiful. We love everyone. We hug our friends and we forgive all our enemies easily. On such a day, we wonder how we ever thought life could be difficult. But in reality, our faith is not always at a high point. Sometimes we are experiencing a low point. During a low point, Jesus seems far away from us. He doesn't hear our prayer. He doesn't care our problem. Our life looks terrible. We feel lost and depressed. We are nobody. It's a time when we number more enemies than we have, and we find fault with every friend. On such a day, it is difficult to know why we ever thought life easy. Dear brothers and sisters, as well as in our family life, when husband and wife in a high point, they love one another. They go together everywhere. They go to market together, go to church together. But when they are in a low point, they don't want to see one another. One day, I heard from a taxi driver, because I took a taxi when I wanted to go to somewhere. So the taxi driver was an old man. So I asked him, "Uncle, you are very old. Why you still drive?" And he said, "Not because I have no money," he said. "My children afford my life. But I want to drive because I want to get away from my wife." So, dear brothers and sisters, not every taxi driver they are poor, but because they have problem in their family life. When moments of darkness come, we should follow what St. Paul said in today's second reading. "With me, bear the hardship for the sake of the good news, relying on the power of God, who has saved us and called us to be holy." This is the good news of today's readings. It reminds us that faith has its mountain and its valleys. When we are standing in a mountain, it is easy to believe and to love God. But when we are standing in a valley, it is hard to believe and to love. Dear brothers and sisters, if we remain faithful during these trials and difficulties, God will reward us with the life that He has promised to those who love Him. Amen.